Tell me what you need. I'm tired of all these.
Hey everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of this 2-part series with Nugen Audio. My name's Amanda Ayala, and I'm going to be showing you an inside look at how I use A/B Assist and Aligner in my workflow. But if you haven't already, make sure you go back and check out episode 1, where we do a full deep dive on Jotter's plugin. Right now, we're going to pull up a session that we're going to be working on today, and I work out of Logic Pro, but these plugins are compatible with most DAWs. And the goal for today is to track acoustic guitars, electric guitars, and vocals for a song I wrote called Just Tell Me. And once we tracked everything down, I'm going to show you the real bells and whistles that A/B Assist and Aligner have to offer. And we're going to start with recording electric guitar. So now we've just finished the electric, and I'm going to lay down some acoustics to really kind of fill out this mix, and we're going to go ahead and track these down right now.
Oh, you've got a way of making my head spin. You push me out and somehow raffle me back in. I'm getting lost in your mixed signals. Am I reading this all wrong? I know you got your walls up, but I've been strung around too long.
All right, so now that we've got everything tracked and our session looks a lot fuller, we're going to finally dive into these plugins, and we're going to start out by adding Aligner to the electric guitar tracks. So for people wondering, what does Aligner actually do? Aligner automatically aligns phase and polarity to your mixes and tracks in the matter of seconds. And most of the time, if you're recording a source of audio with multiple mics and different placements, you can run into phasing issues. So in my opinion, with this nifty little plugin, it really is a time saver. It eliminates those issues, and it saves you from having to fix those issues manually down the line when you're really deep diving into your mix. When you're applying Aligner to these tracks, you want to make sure that you apply them to both audio sources. So here we go. I've got both added to the track, and we're going to go ahead, and up here you can actually change the name. It's stock, it comes up as Group A. I've changed it to electric guitar, and that just helps you kind of stay organized within your mix. And I'm going to play the raw audio of the electric guitars before we align anything. Got some crunch guitars in there, and then I'm going to go ahead and simply press Align. And after you press Align, you have to make sure that you play an audio source so it knows what to pick up. Here you can see how many samples it's off by. And I think that's one of the greatest things about this plugin, because by ear, you normally wouldn't hear a huge phasing issue. But with this plugin, you're actually able to manually see with your own eyes just how off or out of phase these two tracks are. I'm going to go now back and forth between these two, and I'm going to bypass it with the plugin on and with the plugin off. So here's with it on. You can just hear it really tightens up the mix of the guitar a little bit, kind of pulls up the brighter end of it. And that's one of the biggest things though. Oftentimes, you're not gonna get a ton of out of phasing issues if your mics just are simply in phase with each other. But I think being able to have the safety of this plugin to really tighten up anything that can be slightly out of phase just saves you down the line and makes a drastic difference. And now that we've applied Aligner to the electric guitars, I'm gonna go ahead, unsolo these, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna solo all the acoustics, and we're gonna do the same process again. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to manually add Aligner to each plugin. But as you see, once I align them, it's being grouped as a third audio source as the electric guitars. You're going to go in that drop-down menu. You're going to go down to Group A, or you're going to go down, it might be Group B, and you're going to go and click Group B, and you can change it. I've changed it to acoustic, and you're going to apply those settings to all 3 acoustic tracks. We're going to select the section that you want with the acoustics. We're gonna go ahead and give a little before aligner. We're gonna press align. Yeah, instantly you can hear the difference. It's a lot tighter. In my opinion, I like to have my acoustics a little bright, so for my opinion, this kind of brightens it up a little bit. Yeah, it just sounds a lot tighter within the mix. You can really hear the difference once a liner is applied, because I feel like the acoustics almost get lost when they're not being played with the plugin on, and the minute they gets turned on, you can really hear the clarity. In my opinion, they poke through the mix just a little bit more. So now that we've got both of our guitars aligned, it's sounding tight and clean, we're gonna go ahead and move on to my vocal mix, where we'll be jumping into A/B Assist. And a quick overview of what it does: it's a fast comparison tool to compare two pieces of audio, and this could be to compare two different mixes, two different masters. In this instance today, I'm gonna be comparing two sources of the same audio, just slightly different effects with two different plugins. All right, so I'm gonna go in here, and I'm going to do the same thing that we did for aligner. I'm going to apply A/B Assist to both tracks. I'm going to solo my vocal tracks. And we're going to open up A/B Assist to both tracks. And as you can see here, it's reading audio 1 is A, audio 2 is B. And you can kind of toggle between each by clicking back and forth between A and B.
Oh, you've got a way of making my head spin. Push me out in some...
You can really hear the differences between A and B. B is a little rounder, has a little bit more grit, bite to it, whereas A is a little bit more clear and has clarity.
Oh, you've got...
Right now, I'm leaning towards audio A.
So tell me what you want, babe. Tell me what you need. I'm tired of all these head games. You keep playing on me, yeah. So just tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Don't waste.
A lot of the times we can be biased with our choices. We just know, we have a predetermined notion of which track we like more. So I think the cool thing about this plugin is you can actually have a blind test on it, so it doesn't know which source of audio you're choosing, and you're just blindly choosing based over your ear and not by seeing the physical audio file. So I'm going to go here, I'm going to click on blind test, and you can see it mixes it up by X and Y, and you have no idea which take it is. So I'm going to go back and forth about 5 times, and we're going to see at the end which one I actually enjoyed more. So let's give it a go.
Oh, you've got a way of making my...
I like that one, I'm going to choose that one.
Push me out and somehow rifle me back in.
Choose the other one.
I'm getting lost in your mixing walls and my brain is
Or choose X.
I know you got your walls up, but I've been strung around too long.
So I think I did about 5 of those. So I'm gonna now go ahead and press reveal. Let's see. And as you can see, I picked audio A more. Really easy to get ear fatigued when mixing and comparing these two back and forth. So I think being able to get a fresh perspective with a plugin like this really helps you dive in to get the best take that you're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to unsolo these. I'm going to mute the effects plugin that I don't like on the vocal. And I'm going to hear my entire mix as a whole.
So just tell me what you want, tell me what you need. Don't waste the time playing tricks on me. What you want, babe? Tell me what you need. It's so hard for me to get you.
Alright, so not that bad. It's sounding pretty good right now. And I think it's safe to say that Nugen Audio is honestly such a powerhouse when it comes to making effective and efficient products, and I'm so glad that I'm able to have these worked into my workflow. Thanks so much for watching this 2-part series. These Nugen plugins have not only saved me time, but they've made my mixes cleaner and made my workflow so much easier. So if you guys want to learn more about me and my music, you can stream on all streaming platforms or follow me on socials at Amanda Ayala Music. Cheers.